Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Angelina and today I'm going to be talking about some more authors that I have absolutely no interest in ever reading again. So I will put like the book covers that I'm referring to on the screen over here when I talk about these authors. But the first author I have no interest in ever reading again is Cassandra Clare, however you say her name. And I read the Mortal Instrument series back in like middle school, high school. I was definitely in 8th grade, so I was about 13 at the time. And the first like couple of books I was into, and then like the whole like plot got introduced of like, is this romantic relationship that we've been developing so far in all these books, are they actually siblings this whole time? And like it got really weird and I didn't care. I still don't care now. A lot of like questionable things have come out about this author, and like obviously this instance in these books is weird. I know that she has, I think it's like the Clockwork Angel series that's really beloved, and like I did think about like trying out this series, but honestly I have no interest in it. I have no interest in ever reading this author again. So yeah, I know that she is a very popular author, but I am not going to pick up another one of her books. Then we have one that I'm actually very like sad to have put on this list, but that is Cassandra Khaw. I believe that's how you pronounce their last name. But this author writes like a lot of horror stuff. I've read 2 of their books so far, and both of them have just had like such amazing premises. Like I just thought I'd like absolutely love them, and they have a lot of queer rep and stuff in them, and I hated both of these books. Like I couldn't care anything about them. I couldn't even tell you anything about them anymore. Like I've just pushed them so far out of my mind. All right, then we have Riccio. This author, I believe, was a booktuber. Maybe still is. I'm not actually sure. I never watched their content, but it was definitely like a big reason I picked up this book was just because a lot of other booktubers were like talking about this. I'm not sure if it was like one of like the first booktuber who like published a book or what it was, but I absolutely hated this book. I honestly want to say I had like a lot of like not like other girls stuff going on, and I don't remember if it was like the like love interest, if he was just thinking about cheating on his current girlfriend or if he actually did with our main character. But I definitely wasn't into that, and yeah, I just did not like this book, and I definitely won't be reading anything else. Then Shelby Mahurin, again, apologies for my pronunciation of these authors' names. This book was super, like, everyone was talking about it. It was super hyped. I want to say it made it into the Goodreads Choice Awards, although I don't think it won. But I hated it. I thought like the singing that happened in this book was so cringy. I remember watching Cindy with Cindy, her video like talking about this book and like making fun of it, and that was just a great time. I will link that video down below if you want to check it out. But yeah, I hated this book so much. The book definitely ruined any chance of me ever reading anything else by this author, but yeah. The next author is Karin. I read 1 book by this author and I hated the writing style. I'm also like not big into mysteries and thrillers, but I was more into them back when I read this book, which was like the end of like my little high school time. But I have no interest in anything else by this author. I hated this book. I know that she's a very popular author. She's a big name in like the horror, mystery, thriller genre. I don't know. I don't care. I have no interest. Next is Sonya, Lalli, and this is an author. I read 1 book by her. It's like a romance book, and there was just one scene in this book that really put me off, and that was a scene where she was talking to a kid who basically like just came out to her and stuff, And, you know, she sort of, I don't remember if she like said it out loud, if she was just having like a thought, but she was basically like, wow, being a lesbian would like fix all of my problems, because she was like having guy problems. And I just really hate how it was written. I really just found it very unsavory. Yeah, she kind of like pretends to be into girls just to help out her situation, and like comes out and stuff to a couple people just like for fun, just to help fix her own problems and stuff. And it was just, in my opinion, gross, especially when she had this kid who trusted her with this. Yeah, I didn't like it. And even though this author has like a holiday book out, I believe, that I was really interested in, I don't think I could read another book by this author. And yeah, that is pretty sad. On a lighter note, we have Maggie Stiefvater. I tried to read The Raven Boys in high school and I DNF'd it. And if high school me, who is very into YA, had no interest in the series, adult me will absolutely have zero interest in this series. I know that the author has written a couple more things, but I honestly could care less. None of them have interest me, and I honestly don't see myself ever reading anything by her again. All right, and then we have Mackenzi. This is sort of sad, but this author like writes like a lot of queer YA books, and the first book I really loved. And this author is more on here just for like problematic behavior. Yeah, so I will not be picking anything else up by this author, but besides me actually enjoying the first book, I did DNF like the second book in the series, although that was more just due to like the timing that I was reading it. But again, I'm not into YA anymore, like I was back in high school and stuff, which is when I read these books, so I definitely have no interest in them. And then just because the author is a bit problematic, I definitely won't be picking anything else up. Then we have Katherine Center. So if you watched my January wrap-up, I kind of hinted that this author would be on this list, but I have now read 3 things by this author and I have not liked any of them, and that is very sad because her one like really popular book, or the one that I saw super hyped up, was like a bodyguard romance, and that one like really interested me and there was so much hype around it. But then I got an arc of like her next book, which is like the one with like the artist and stuff. Hated it. I read 2 of her short stories, hated both of them. She's just not an author for me, you know, that's fine. A bit disappointing, but you know, what can you do? She's not an author for me, and that's fine. And the last author I have on this list is Elena Armas, which is another super popular author, I know. But I read her her first book, I believe it's her debut, and I hated it, which is very sad because I actually bought a copy of that book, but I did not like it, which was sad. But again, I like caved into the hype and I had it, and yeah. But I just liked it so much that I don't see myself ever picking anything else up by her. Even though I really like the covers, I just think they're like fun, cute, like colors and stuff on the covers, but whatever. What can you do? But those are all 10 authors that I had on this list, so definitely a lot. Yeah, I do have plans to make a more positive video talking about all of my personal favorite authors, so you can look forward to that coming sometime soonish, maybe, I don't know. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, comment whatever you feel like commenting, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!